Hello everyone and welcome to ErebosGaming. We've got some lightning returns here, and as you can see, this is the Omega Zomok. Now I'm not showing you my stats on this one. He is a bit of a pain in the ass to take out, but I'm not doing anything out of the usual to take this guy out. Slapping on imperil, deshell, deprotect. One little pointer for this guy: as soon as he starts, he's got auto haste, so I recommend stealing that. I'll give you a nice little handout. And then the tactic that we're going to use against this guy is we're just going to repeat thundara, aerora until we get this bad boy staggered. We're not going to go for his tail just yet. We want to stagger him first to weaken him a little bit. So even though he's guarding against wind-based attacks, they still count towards the stagger process. As you can see, he is nearly staggered. Just going through, switching between them all. And there we go, stagger. So, with this stagger, you want to keep on hitting him, you'll be able to stagger him again. There you go. Finish that off with a power attack, and then what we're going to do now is we're going to move towards his tail. Take his tail out. And there we go. Tail out. Nice little 125k there. And then we're just going to go with the whirlwind kick. I still haven't perfected this attack yet. I'm working on it. This attack is probably one of the most powerful attacks if you can perfect attack it, because the damage that happens with this is huge. Right, when he gets up, he's going to try and tail pummel you, but he ain't got a tail, so we don't have to worry about that. And because we've got him deprotected, we can send him into the air like this, and we can repeat this tactic nearly consistently. Whenever he bows down his head, try and see if you can get a quick hit there, because that will do a lot more damage than normal. And as you can see, the stagger's coming back in now, so if you feel up to it, you can stagger him, of course. And we're just going to switch between whirlwind kick and heavy slash. The reason why we're doing this, and we'll defend against that, the reason why we're doing this is with my com roll, we have the ability Swan to the Sword, which boosts my over 80 boost, so that's why I'm mashing the hell out of whirlwind kick, and that's to help me build myself up. So it's got to the point now where we're going to try and stagger him again. His weaknesses, his adequate status is back on, and there we go, we staggered him. And again, just keep on hitting him on his head. There we go, he's down again, some nice attacks there. And then just keep on working at his head. That's all, like I say, this is why I didn't show you my stats. It's pretty easy to take out. You just need to understand his movements, and then it's a cakewalk. He keeps on using tail pummel for some reason as well, and because he's deprotected, like I say, if he's deprotected you can make him recoil a lot easier, which helps out so much because it stops him from attacking you. A very good strategy. With Heavenly Storm, you want to back as far as you can. If you can't back out, then just defend. The damage isn't massive, but if you can back all the way back, you won't get hit by any of them. And he'll do a stampede. What you want to do here is complete. You want to sorry, you want to retaliate with a heavy slash, and if you defend it, you should be able to stagger him as well. I failed on the defend there for some reason. So again, we're going to go for a stagger, and we're repeating the thundara, thundara, aerora, aerora, thundara, thundara, etc., etc. You don't want to do 3 at a time, because then you'll end up doing the final move like that, and you'll stop the chain going on. So we're going to probably use, I would assume, beat down at this point. That'll help with, there we go, that'll help with reducing his stagger limit down. There we go, got him a stagger again because we were going to do his special attack, and we managed to hit him on the head. Again, we just want to work on him. The reason it's taking so long, as I say in pretty much all the videos, is due to the amount of life that this guy's got. There we go with stampede, and he takes me out. Don't get too cocky or that will happen. Terrible that. I should have been much more aware of that. I was just getting too involved with it and wasn't watching what I was doing. There we go, perfect guard on that. Again, coming in with a whirlwind kick, and finishing that off with some beatdowns. Well, we would have been if he didn't manage to trigger that. Now that he's triggered that, wait for it to pass you, and then go back onto him, stampede, defend. Oh, look at that, I missed his head. Oh, God. You'll see that I don't use any overclocks on this at all. So this is why it's probably taking a lot longer than usual. I'm going to try to, for all the big bosses, I'm going to try and not use the overclock. Some people think it's a cheap tactic, but I only use it to speed up these fights. So if people think it's a cheap tactic, I won't use it. I'll show you how to do it without using overclock. So it's the same moves over and over again. Like I say, no, you don't really need to worry about him that much. The Senator class that I've got, I'm packing the resist magic, so that's the Petra Hood. I'm using that one rather than the physical. I probably would recommend using a physical or putting some physical protection on you, because the amount of damage that this guy does with his normal attacks is quite dangerous. Even though if you perfect guard him though, you might get away with it, but if you don't perfect guard, yeah, you could take some amount of damage. So he's firing off his Heavenly Storm again. Got hit twice on that one. And what he'll be doing after he does his Heavenly Storm, he normally follows through with a Stampede attack. A nice little hit on his head there. Went three-way jump, and we got him staggered again. And we got a bravery cast on us that time. Do you see that damage there? I did a couple of perfect hits, and rather than a finishing attack of 14,000, it was 55,000. So that's what I mean. If you can get perfect attacks with Whirlwind Kick, it does some serious damage. And we're coming to an end now. He's nearly gone, and I'm going to show you a little tip just before I take this guy out. Wait for this attack.
Okay, let's do this.
In your recovery items, I recommend carrying an X potion, and the reason for that is so when you're just about to kill him, refill your life and you'll get a better score, because your life is calculated into it. As you can see there, 3.36 million HP, that's why it took so long. Take him out, we've got full health, and it makes you score a hell of a lot better. So, there we go, down 6 minutes 56 seconds, 5-star, and as you can see, 818,100 score. And the goodies, 68,600 gil, not too bad at all, and we get an Aeroga Level 5, a lot of life smell waters, and some pretty powerful malice stones, and quite a lot of them as well. So not a bad take at all. In terms of what this guy drops, he will drop the Storm Seal Jewel, and this will give you a 90% flat resistance against wind-based attacks, but it does lower your physical and magic damage by 100%. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one.